Hello, Bombers. This is Mrs. Janoski, and I am a counselor for students with the last names beginning with the letter I through the letter M. And I'm here today to talk to you about your high school transcript, how to read it, how to track your progress, and what to do if you fail a course. So I'm going to have, at this point in time, you all should have a copy of your transcript, and this is what it looks like when we're nearing completion of your senior year. There are tons of parts to it, but today I'm going to specifically talk about your grade, credit earned, and credit attempted, your cumulative summary, and the state and district requirements. The color legend shows you what all of these parts mean. So as for the turquoise section, this houses all of your grades that you have received for a particular course. The course descriptions are in the green section. You have two columns after your grade, a credit earned and a credit attempted. The credit earned is given when you pass a course. A credit attempted is given anytime you attempt a course, even if you don't complete it. Your cumulative summary is probably the box you will look at most because everybody wants to know what their cumulative GPA is. And cumulative means just over your entire high school career. It's an average of each of the semesters you have grades calculated. So in this particular case, this student has a 3.461 cumulative grade point average, and they have earned 27 credits, which is 3 credits above what a student would normally need. The purple section down here, additional state requirements, these are requirements that you need to meet before we can issue that diploma that everybody is looking forward to. We have to all complete a high school and beyond plan. That is typically completed in the Careers in Financial Literacy course. Every student should complete Washington State history, which typically, if you're a student that has attended Richland schools, we take that in 7th grade. And if you are a current 9th grader or an incoming 8th grader, this grade would already be on your high school transcript. The graduation pathway is what used to be just the SBA test that all the students had to take, and you had to receive a certain score. Well, now that comes into 7 different components. There are seven different ways you can meet that requirement. I'm not going to get into that today because it's more than the time. It will take more than the time that I have. But SBA is one of those ways, as is a course sequence and an SAT score. All right. So what do we do with all of the grades? How do we know where we're at in the grand scheme of your high school career? Everybody should have a course catalog, and if you don't, you can access the course catalog just by Googling Richland School District course catalog, and it will pull up. In the back of the course catalog, there's a page that looks similar to this. It's not exactly this, but it's similar. I prefer this one, so I'm going to show you this one. And so each of the boxes on this graduation progress checklist, each of them equals 0.5 credits. In the end, you need to have at least 24 credits to graduate. You have sections that talk about the state requirements. You have sections that talk about the other graduation requirements, including your high school and beyond plan. Okay, so over here on the transcript, I have a red highlighted box that highlights the subject and the grade. Language Arts 9, you all should have something similar to that. What you do is you simply plug that into the subject area section designated for language arts under 9th grade. In this case, this person received a B, so a B will go in that box. We'll do the same for Algebra 1A, only in the math section. They got a B minus, and so the B minus would just then go in that box. So as far as the high school and beyond plan in the Washington State history, there is a section right down here. If you have those met, you can see in this case, this student has met both of those requirements, so you would check those off. The graduation pathway, this particular case, the student has not met that yet, but you would then leave that blank in this section down here. If it's met, of course, you would check those both off. So what do I do with a subject course or a course that I've taken that I don't know where it goes on here? Well, in your course catalog, if you open this, it will come up, and I just do a quick search to find the class that I'm looking for. And when you look at it, just like this, it shows that this particular course satisfies a social studies choice, a contemporary world problem, or an elective. So we know that it's a social studies course, and we can see that we have the CWP and it's empty. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in that section right there. This person got a C+. And you would just go down the transcript doing that exact same thing. In the end, you should have, again, 24 credits to graduate. Sometimes we don't quite hit that mark. So what do we do when we fail a course? There are several options. The first option I would recommend is a 0-hour or summer school. If you're not a morning person, maybe summer school is a better choice. If you like to have your summer free, probably a 0-hour would be a better choice for you. However, if you choose summer school, we have one program that there is a fee for and one program that's free. The free program is TriTech. It does fill up very quickly, and so you would want to make sure to check with your counselor about when we do registration for that. There is a fee for all of the courses that we offer during the summer. The courses that are offered during the summer at Richland High School are through Apex. The other two options are guided study and independent study, or an outside learning credit. The outside learning credit is typically a course that you decide to take online through something like BYU or Red Comet. It would require you to pay for that course on your own. Before you register for that, though, you need to stop by and see your counselor, because there's a form that we need to get approval on before you can your course can be accepted as credit. So don't just sign up for a course and make sure and assume that you can get credit for it. We need to get approval from that. Oops. The second thing, guided study, this is something that students take during the school year. It is a class where they work on an Apex platform to retrieve the credit, just like in summer school. It's typically only for 11th and 12th graders and requires your counselor to put you in the course. It's not something you can automatically select. It's a prescriptive course, which means you take a pre-test in the beginning of the course, and it tests where you're at in the course, and then your course actually begins from the information you, it like clears out, it keeps you from having to repeat information that you already know. So you might test out of 1 or 2 units and start at unit 3. Whereas if you take it initially, you would have to complete all of the units. And there's typically 5 to 7 units in each course. The unique thing about this particular course is that you not only get a 0.5 credit for sitting in the guided study class working on your course, you get a 0.5 credit for the courses that you complete. This concludes my section of the presentation. As always, you're welcome to stop by and see any of your, or stop by and see your counselor if you have any questions.